First of all, it's absolutely correct that I support Yeltsin in '96. The second is correct that I support Putin in '99 and 2000. And my idea to support, based only on a simple understanding, my personal understanding, what is the best for Russia. It doesn't mean that I haven't done mistakes. Yeah, I have done, I think, a lot of mistakes. But it's absolutely important for me that I participate in '96 election Yeltsin against of communists. And if you don't mind, I focus a little bit on that and then a little bit on 99. But the simple answer to the question is, I think that I understand what Russia needs, and I think that nothing special. Russia needs the same democracy like in this country, for example. The way to democracy for each country could be different, but the democracy itself, nothing new. There are definitely some special cultural or historical problem, but mainstream is absolutely clear what is that. There is no so-called суверенная демократия, like Surkov present to us, yeah, or some different. And what is important, I think, as far as '96 is concerned, that today, again, with a lot of discussion, was it correct what was done in '96? For example, recently Navalny, who you I think know well, I was told that he presented his speech at your university as well, at your school. And recently he gave interview to Mr. Kiselov from former time, yeah, now based in Ukraine. And Kiselov asked Navalny, what do you think about that if, let's say, in the second round Putin and Zyuganov will fight in the second round, and if Zyuganov wins, what do you think about that? He said, it's good, because it's democracy. And if Zyuganov wins, no problem. And I think, said Navalny, that if in '96 oligarchs and others didn't try to stop Zyuganov, now we have a fantastic country. Because all post-Soviet Union space country passed through the same way. They stopped communism, then returned back to so-called communism. And now they are in the mainstream of democracy. And I think Navalny is absolutely wrong, because he doesn't understand if Russia returned back to communism in '96, no one country from post-Soviet Union space was able to return back to democracy. Because Russia is the heart and vertebra of political power on East Europe. And I really participate in supporting of Yeltsin in '96. And I'm sure, and today more than before, that it was so important to stop communism in '96, because exactly 10 Yeltsin years create a new generation, as we discussed before, born not in USSR. This generation formed mentally in Yeltsin and Putin decades, but in decades were a lot of freedom. And if Zyuganov won election in '96, definitely impossible to discuss about what would be in politics, yes? But if we decide to analyze, yes, it's correct, yes? I'm sure that not Zyuganov lead the country, but person like Mokashov, the most radical communist, took power finally. And Russia definitely would be completely different and much worse country than Russia is today. That's it.
I had a man at the back and then one up.
Well, partly my question was just answered, but I wanted Boris Abramovich to comment on Mr. Medvedev's comment, which he said a few weeks ago, that the elections in '96 were forged, and especially in the first part of the elections, it is Zyuganov who won the elections, but not Yeltsin. Yeah. So I would like Boris Abramovich to comment on that, and also in correlation to the movement which is now in Russia for the чистые выборы, for the clean elections. What would you think about this? And also, as a comment to what you've just said, do you really believe that Zyuganov had the potential and power to reinstate Soviet Union in '96? Don't you think that Mr. Putin has more potential political figure who can recreate the Soviet empire of 70s and 80s? Don't you think that Zyuganov is just a puppet figure on the political scene? Thank you.
Okay, 3 questions. Medvedev. I don't know. Did you read Chubai's answer to that? He answered to that story. I think this story is real. I think that really Medvedev said that. You know that presidential administration refused, but Nemtsov and some other who present there, they said no. He said that. I'm sure that he said that. He said that because of against political technology, they want to say, oh, come on, we are tricky. No. We are not the first who are tricky. We are the second who are tricky. The first was Yeltsin tricky. It means that let's forget that we are leading as the crooks. We are not leading, Yeltsin crook, and we just continue what he had done. I was not the head of the election campaign of Yeltsin like Chubais. And Chubais said, you made this, you start a very dangerous way, because if Yeltsin is illegal, Putin is illegal, and Medvedev is illegal as well. And what is logical, yeah? But my clear understanding is that Yeltsin won election '96 in absolutely clear way. What does mean clear way? First of all, he really got majority, and I remember perfectly how I was sitting in my office in Moscow at 10 o'clock in the morning, and 3rd July '96, it was the second round of election, and we had a very special region in Far East, 8 hours from Moscow before, yeah? And this region presents the representative set of how Russia elected, how Russia voted, with the difference 0.1%. It means a completely representative set. I forgot the name of this small region and Far East. And we got information that Yeltsin has 54% and Zyuganov has 45, around that. And we understood well that it will be the final result. It's my personal knowledge. Yeah? And this is the story. And I think that Medvedev really told it just because to say that we are not the first who are tricky. That's it. The second about чистые выборы, how to make clear election, yeah? Clear election.
Fair election.
I think that is the most dangerous slogan, because they keep what is, and it's slogan very convenient for Putin.